What's going on, y'all? So listen. Hey y'all, what's going on? We are back again for another episode review of The Oval, Season 3, Episode 7, Whole Patrol. Um, I am exhausted, okay? So I didn't even feel like putting my stand up. This is what y'all gonna get. If it lacks energy, it's because I'm just tired. But anyway, let's get into the episode. So the episode picks up where I left off last week with Sharon and Cal. Okay, listen, let's just go people by people. Sharon and Cal, she pulled that gun out on him and he was like, "You don't even know how to use it, so you need to stop it." And she was like, "Yes, I do." And he tried to come forward and take her or whatever. And next thing you know, pop. Okay. And I was like, "Oh snap. Cal that got taken out by a woman. A random woman. Like, what is going on?" Girl, I should have known that wasn't it. And then this is how I knew that this wasn't it, okay? Because Sharon dumb self gonna put the gun on the counter. I'm sitting here like, no, Sharon. No, you keep that thing in your hand, okay? You keep the aim, you keep the triggered and all that stuff, okay? You keep it focused, you know what I'm saying? Girl, she put it on the counter and gonna go walk around the counter to go see how Cal was doing. I said, listen, an intruder just came into your shop. You don't know who this person is, so therefore, whether they're good or bad, they are an intruder, okay? Because they start coming after you. That's what you do. You don't put it on the counter, okay? You keep it on your person at all time in this situation. So of course she go over there to see if Cal is okay. Girl, he fine. And then wind up getting her, choking her up a little bit, talking about some "I'm here for the president" or somebody that's very important before he can even say it. I was like, this is irritating me. This whole storyline is irritating me at this point. You throwing around that, this is important, this my boss is very important, because she was about to call the cops, okay? And that's what made him step up. But when she picked up the phone to call the cops or whatever, the line went dead because he's controlling it. You know what I'm saying? And I said, this is so ridiculous. This is so beyond ridiculous at this point. Oh my god, my nose. I feel like I gotta sneeze, but I don't want to on camera. But anyway, so, he basically said, "Come with me. The president want to see you, okay?" And she was like, "Well, if that's the case, you should have just said that, but I still don't want to see him." Okay, well, he can do whatever he want to do. He a powerful person, so you're going to have to come. Get in the car. Go out the back and all this stuff, woo, woo, woo. So, of course, they wind up going there, okay? And when Hunter comes down, he was like, because Cal gave him the little message that he was 15 minutes away. So when he finally come down and meet him, he was like, "Oh, so what you doing here, Sharon? What's going on?" And she was like, because Cal said she didn't want to come, okay? Because the parents then was like, "Listen, why you look the way that you looking?" All right, because when I tell you Cal was so disheveled, I said, "Cal, you couldn't slick that down while you was in the car. You couldn't slick that down while you was in the car." Cal better than me, okay? I mean, well, Sharon better than me, because even if I would have got up in the car, okay, I would have punched the mess out of Cal in the back of his head while we was driving. We just both would have been fucked up in a car accident, okay? That's what it is. I'm not going where I don't want to go, all right? But at this point, when that happened, you know, Cal was like, "Well, she didn't want to come, so I had to make her come." Oh my God, are you serious? Now, Kyle, why would you do that? Well, you said you wanted her to come. Well, if the lady didn't want to come, that does not mean that you kidnap her. That's not what I meant. Oh no, I said no, he is not putting on the show for this girl, okay? Trying to get her defenses down, and Cal is playing along right with it. And so at this point, he was like, "Cal, you go clean yourself up." Sharon was like, "Okay, cool, whatever, but I just want to go home, okay? That's right, I just want to go home." He was like, "Okay, wait a minute. While he go clean himself up, why don't you come to the Oval with me? Have you ever been on the tour?" I said, "Please don't go back there with him." And of course, she had no choice but to go back there with him. But truth be told, she did. She did, because I would have ran. I would have turned around and tried to skip away. I would have slight jogged. I would have, and then slowed up, because I would have had to catch my breath. Okay, I had to figure it out. I had to figure it out, y'all. I had to be realistic. Okay, would I have ran? Girl, I wouldn't have got far, but I would have walked away. I would have spare walk away. Like, listen, I'm not going in that room with you. I see what's going on, okay? I don't trust it. And I'm just like, oh my God. And he talking about something, do you want something to drink? And it scares me because I'm a little worried. Like, I don't want her to drink nothing because he looked like the type of person that drugs women. He do. Okay? He looked like he was that person in the frat. You know? But at the same time, moving on from that, we get Victoria. Girl. Lily and Victoria. I said, are they really about to become good girlfriends? Okay. Um, First of all, Victoria has poor people skills, okay? And it's her upbringing and the fact that she's in the position that she's in and she feels as though she's better than people, okay? Lily up there trying to figure out which dress, or she going through the dress stuff or whatever that she's going supposed to be wearing. They having cool conversation. They not going at each other throat. Hey girl, hey, how you doing? I'm just looking at this stuff because I need something to get to wear or whatever. I'm meeting up with the second lady. I said, now wait a minute. Do they really call the vice president wife the second lady? I mean, it makes sense, but I've never heard that. Wow, you learn something new every day if this is real. I gotta look that up. I said, it makes sense. And she was like, she, talking down, she's the worst or whatever. And then Lily was like, I believe it. She was like, girl, how you know? I mean, when people keep on boasting about how good somebody is, 9 out of 10, they probably ain't really a good person in real life or whatever. She got the approval ratings and that bitch, but, Lily said, your approval ratings will get there eventually. And she was like, what you mean about that? Oh, you mean because if I put on one of your dresses or whatever, it'll boost my approval ratings? Oh, no, girl, that ain't what it's about, okay? Say what you mean what you say. Lily said, excuse me. First of all, I didn't say that. You brought up the dress and all this stuff. She was like, you got a problem? No, I ain't got no problem or whatever. She was like, I'm just saying, it's just hard for me to be, talk pedestrian. I said, excuse me? I ain't never heard nobody say that before, but I understood exactly what that meant, okay? Pedestrian is like, we're not on the same level. Pedestrian is down here compared to what she's talking about. So she put herself up here and she made pedestrian like to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Low level, okay? Regular folks, all right? She was like, I don't know how to speak that way. I said, girl, Victoria, you gotta stop, okay? You have got to stop. Meanwhile, Lily, she done went over there to Donald's office. And I said, what you going up in there for? I mean, I don't understand why she went in there because, she was trying to be fake nice and they get into a little back and forth because Donald is not here for the mess. Like, you was all up in my ass and giving me the fever and giving me shoulders and all that stuff. Turn your back on me. But now you want to see how good I'm, how I'm doing and, just letting me know that you're up here and all this stuff. And he was like, why? Okay, what's really going on? And at one point, he was like, Lily was being nice, okay? And then he flipped it and he was like, yeah, I want some ass right about now, okay, of another persuasion. And she said, why don't you just say you want some dick, okay? Because you don't want no woman. He said, no, I just don't want you. I said, now, Donald, stop it, okay? You don't like women's. You don't like women's, okay? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, And at this point, I wasn't understanding where the animosity was coming from with Donald, even though I probably feel like he knew that something was up. So I guess that's why he was, his guard, he was doing so much. And my whole thing is play along with it, Donald, okay? Don't give in that you know something is going on, but you don't know exactly, but you got a feeling that something's going on. Because why is this lady that can't stand my guts coming up in here being nice or whatever? And then when she left out, she said, you look good. I said, excuse me, Lily. What are you doing? Now, see, if this is all the plan to distract him with Bobby being up in there, you kind of put the focus on that because now you done set yourself up and got Donald looking into stuff because Alan came up in there and he was like, oh, so you here, Mrs. Winthrop? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Did your guests, come in, make it through clearance well? And she was like, yeah, they're here. And Donald was like, who you talking about? And Alan was about to say, and she said, no, I'll tell him. And so Alan left out. And it was like, it's just a one of my assistants helping me with the designs and get my material up in here. That's all that it is. Okay, but you couldn't tell me? No, because it ain't your business. So when Lily left, Alan came back in there, and Donald wanted to know who it was. So he gave him the name, Byron, okay? And, of course, Donald wanted to look into it. He said, give me the surveillance camera footage so I can see who it is. I said, see, Lily, now he wouldn't have been suspicious had you not went up in that office bothering that man, okay? We on your side, but girl, that was a stupid move. Wrong move, girl, wrong move. And speaking of Byron, a.k.a. Bubby, he walking through the White House, and it's just so obvious. I said, is it that easy to get up in that place like that? Now y'all need to tighten it up in there. Girl, he just walking through with the phone or whatever, and then I guess he saw Donald coming, so he cause I saw his suit, and he went on ahead and opened up the first door that he saw to hide up in there, and it just so happened to be the kitchen. And Richard was in there. So his back was turned to him, and Richard was like, excuse me, are you lost or do you need help or whatever? He was like, no, I just looking for the bathroom. So when he turned around, Richard was like, Bobby. He was like, hey, Richard, what's going on? He was like, I didn't know you was up on this detail. Yeah, I'm up here, whatever. You working with Sam? You seen Sam around? No, but I'm on his detail. Oh, okay. At one point I thought Richard was trying to catch him up because he was like, how is it working with Sam? And Bobby was like, what you mean? He was like, you work with him, so I guess you would know. But it's cool or whatever. All right. But if you see him, let him know that I need to talk to him for a second. Okay, cool. I said, now what the Richard know everybody. The man been up in the White House forever, so he know everybody. And I said, what? Y'all went to war, to the military with each other, so what's going on? It's too many cliques. It's too many click-clackers going on, and we don't know how these people are intertwined with each other, okay? I need to get to the bottom of this, and I don't need it to be at the season finale. I don't need it to be at the series finale. I need you to tell me goddamn now. Tighten this shit up, okay? But he leave out. Bobby finds the room where Max is at, okay? Now, when he walked up in that door and the way the door closed so quickly behind him, I said, now how the hell he get up in there so quick? I said, wait a minute, was the door unlocked? And Max was sitting up in there that whole time, and all he had to do was twist the knob. I swear I was thinking that because that's how quickly easily Bobby got up in there. And I was just really, really confused. And then Max was like, what the hell is going on? Because the door closed so quickly and they couldn't get out. And even Max said, how the hell did you get up in here so easily like that? And he was like, I got clearance. And I said, so you got clearance to go into all the rooms, even a secret room, so-called secret room like that? It didn't make sense. And so at this point, Max is on high alert. He's just like, he's just a little confused. He's paranoid. He think that Bobby playing him or whatever. And at this point, Bobby trying to convince him, no, I'm on your side. I'm trying to get you out of here, whatever. I'm undercover, all this stuff, woo, woo, woo. And next thing you know, Bobby was like, damn, maybe this was a little bit too easy to do. And they did this whole thing. It's a setup to get me here. And I said, yeah, at this point, that's exactly what it's looking like. I said, so y'all didn't put both y'all asses in the line of fire, okay? So at this point, moving on from that, we got Kareem taking Dale to their place, his place or whatever. Dale want to sleep on the couch or whatever. Kareem, he faking concern for Dale only because he was trying to see if Dale was going to sue. And before he could even get it out, Dale said, listen, I'm not going to sue you, okay? It's not your fault. And then, of course, Kareem go from trying to be fake concerned to being, oh, so did you know the person? I'm just asking, do you got something going on? Because, Sharon at the shop herself, okay, at the store, and I don't want nothing to happen to her. He was like, listen, I don't know the person. It's just a man that came up in there. He was like, oh, it's a man, huh? I thought you said you didn't know. I didn't know. It was just some dude, okay? That's who it is, He's not trying to divulge everything, but Kareem is just, I would have said I'm suing. Just because he's a petty asshole. That's it, and I'm petty too. But he's on his way to go back up there to the shop, or I should say to the store, to go get Sharon. But of course Sharon ain't gonna be there. She at the White House, okay? Meanwhile, we get past all that. Let me just get this little blurb with Nancy and Barry. Okay. Nancy laying up in the bed. And then all of a sudden, she hears some noise, like some moaning and stuff. Of course, Barry is in the next room having sex, okay, with some girl. And Nancy gets in her feelings. She opens the door. Barry, who you got up in here? What is this going on? Oh my God. Girl, if you don't get your little hoe ass, holiday ass up out of here, put your clothes on and get up out of here. Got these hoes up in my house and all this stuff. Girl, I'm sitting here. I was a little bit confused, okay? Because I'm like, Barry been living in your house for a minute. Sharon been living with him as well. Your approval. I'm pretty sure they've been having sex in your house too, because that's where they live at the time. So I'm pretty sure this is not the first time you heard them having sex. Did you kick them out then? Like, I was confused. I was like, so is it just because it was a random girl? Because if it's just a random girl, then I understand. Because I wouldn't bring a random person to my parents' house when I was there to do anything like that. You know, I feel like that's disrespectful. But what if he was already talking to this person or whatever? He was like, Mom, Sharon gone. So what I'm going to do? Okay. She said, that girl came out. I said, girl, you embarrassed yourself. She did the little whole walk of shame trying to run out of there. And I said, Barry, you fucking in your mama's house like that. First of all, I would have been just like Nancy. Bitch, you going to be doing all this. Go ahead and get your ass out, okay? You got to find your own place. Because what's stopping him from finding his own place? I just don't understand that. We never put that out there. I mean, it's fine if the parents want you to stay. But at this point, you got a whole bunch of stuff that's going on. And I would want to distance my family away from all of that. So go ahead and find your own place. You ain't got nothing to lose at this point. First of all, do he got a job? We ain't never seen Barry go work a 9 to 5 or nothing, okay? Is you an entrepreneur or whatever? Where are you getting your money from? Okay, you're buying weed. We know that. Where else you getting money from? I'm confused. Where else is everybody working? And speaking of work, girl, Priscilla up there and Richard trying to talk to her, and he's still trying to figure out how the hell is she still there, okay? And I said, Richard, y'all on the same page? Just let it fly. Just let it go. She was like, they ain't eat all their food. You know, they probably scared that I might have poisoned them or whatever, but it's okay. And Richard, he's just trying to get into her head and see where she at. And she was like, listen, you should be more concerned about what's going on between you and your wife. He was like, I mean, me and Nancy, we good. And she was like, what you mean y'all good? He was like, we good, don't worry about it. He had this little crooked smile or whatever, like a little smirk, like, yeah, tap that. She was like, so, oh, y'all done fixed that situation? I said they fucked it out. That's what they did, okay? Basically, you know. And I was just like, Richard, because he was suggesting that she might go home. She needs to go home and just take some time off or whatever. She said, no, I'm finna do my job, okay? That's exactly what I'm going to do. Meanwhile, you got the first lady. She going down there to talk to Ellie. I said, you are bored, ma'am. You are really, really bored. She went down there basically to threaten Ellie. First of all, in a sarcastic way, say that she doing a good job. But then saying that she not, because people still hanging on to what Miss Diane had said, the previous press secretary. Okay? And she was like, somebody needs to shut you up or whatever. Somebody needs to take you out. And I'm going to find somebody that's going to stop your breathing and all this stuff. And man, Ellie was like, girl, you don't scare me. And I said, I would have said the same thing. Because Victoria, at this point, you are putting out idle threats. Because ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing happening. All right. If you were so big and bad, why don't you get somebody to do it right then and there, or do it yourself? I know you want to keep your hands clean, but get somebody that can actually do it instead of playing around. Okay. You get Alan, you tell Alan, you confront him outside while he trying to leave, and basically telling him that he needs to get the stuff done. And I'm sitting here like, why? He was like, I don't put you up here advocating for me to beat women, and you talking about some, men who put their hands on women is a bitch. So why you telling me to do this to Ellie? Oh, because I think you a bitch. I said, wait a minute, what? And then she said, no, I don't want you to beat her ass. I want you to kill her. I said, oh, excuse me, Victoria. This part don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. If you want that girl taken out, why do you want him to do it so bad? I get it. That's his ex, okay? But if you want her taken out so bad, get somebody else to do it. The guy that you got beating him up and following him because he got in the car, and old boy that beat his ass in his house got in the car and beat his ass, okay? And I'm just sitting here like, this is dumb. Get him to do it, all right? So we can be over and done with. You like this cat and mouse game. Meanwhile, Sam up there asking her, is she okay and all this stuff. I said, Sam, why are you acting so concerned or whatever? Leave that alone, okay? I want you to go focus on your wife, because First Lady was like, you can tell me why Priscilla know my daddy. He said, listen, I don't know nothing about that. I'm still trying to figure that out myself, okay? I said, Sam, just go away, please. Just go away. You're getting in a little bit too deep. Let's get into this part with Jason. Alonzo, justice for Alonzo, okay? Because he has to put up with the mess that he put up, and I feel so bad for him. And I'm glad that he was able to get his licks off on this motherfucker. At least somebody was, okay? He up in his room because he got to stay and watch him, you know, just in case he might do something to himself. He been watching porn the whole time, okay? And, you know, he talking about something, you got to go to the bathroom. I know you do. Alonzo like, cut it, okay? He was like, oh, I'm trying to watch porn. I'm trying to do this or whatever. You want to watch this with me and all this stuff? And he was like, listen, you've been doing this all for the past few hours. Like, come on, stop it. And he was like, listen, I'm up here trying to watch this and I've been trying to get off. And it's so weird to have somebody else, a grown man up in the room with me. And I'm just like, okay. So it go from that, from him taunting him, to Jason getting up and saying, what if I piss on you right now? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? He said, sir, don't do that. Sir, I'm advising you not to do that. This motherfucker proceeds to do that, and Alonzo proceeds to bitch slap that motherfucker across that bed. I had to rewind it to see, did he punch him or did he backhanded his ass? I said, ooh, and he was like, oh, y'all finna go tell my dad. I said, what? He go up into his mama room, thinking that Hunter was gonna be there, and it was First Lady just sitting there drinking her drink. She was like, what? It was like, where's Dad? It was like, what do you want? Okay, this man, he hit me and all this stuff. And it was like, that ain't even what happened. She said, what happened? Alonzo, did you really touch him? Yeah, I did. Why would you do that? Because he pissed on me. Oh, he pissed on you? Because at first, she really wasn't concerned. And she really didn't care. And then when she heard that, that's when she perked up like, oh, here's my opportunity. And then she took it from there and told Alonzo to beat his ass. I said, what? Now I was here for it, but it just came out of nowhere. I said, what? Alonzo said, listen, I ain't got time for this. I don't want to do this or whatever. I can't. She said, I said, beat his ass, okay? Hit him. So he like punched him a little bit in the chest or whatever. And she was like, that's as hard as you could go. That's as hard as you can go. You know when you got somebody taunting you and, you know, talking about your abilities or whatever, that make you go a little bit harder. So he punched him dead in the stomach a little bit harder. Boom. I said, oh, I kind of felt that. And I knew that shit was fake, but I felt it. You know, Jason was on the floor just coughing and everything. And I was just like, this is such a mess. And she said, anytime he want to act up or do anything else to you, feel free to beat his ass, okay? You got permission to. I said, whoop. Because Jason sure enough said, you're fired. You're fired. I said, Jason, don't nobody like you like that to even to give you that type of control, okay? To oblige you like that. Meanwhile, what else was happening in this episode? Damn, did I get everything? I feel like I'm missing something. I'm fast forwarding. Okay. Ellie, da 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 da. Oh yeah, Donald was sitting down with Hunter to talk to him about, you know, his shooter. Okay, Donald still haven't found who it is, but at the same time, you know, Hunter want to know what's going on with Victoria's daddy, and Donald had to tell him. He basically on his last leg, okay? And what we need to do at this current moment, while you up here trying to figure out who tried to take you out or whatever, you need to get with the Whitmores or whatever, because that's the only protection you will have when his daddy, Victoria's daddy died, okay? And he was like, so her daddy really that powerful? Yes, that's how you got up into the White House, okay? I'm just sitting here like, you just not realizing this after all these years of being with him or whatever. And it was like, you know, you gotta you know, get on board with somebody that's gonna have your back, because, you know, the VP, he can come out and try to take over or whatever, and you know, fuck you over because you don't do nothing with him, you don't include him in anything, and you're just an overall asshole. So he got something to think about with that. And I was just like, you know, get him out, okay? Just take him out. Please let him be half a term president, okay? I don't. If he even lasts the full term, I will be 100% surprised. But that, I feel, you guys, was it. You guys tell me how you feel. If I missed something, I'm sorry. I'm just tired, and I got one more review to do tonight. Thank goodness it's just one more review, okay? And I will not be up all night, all right? But like I said, if I missed anything, you guys tell me in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Happy holidays to you. Peace.